Welcome to the student walkthrough video for GCSE History, Paper 3, Question 1. We will look at how the question is constructed, how to answer it, and tips on what makes a good answer. We have other videos available for this paper as a whole and also for each question in detail. This question assesses your ability to make inferences from source material. There will be one extract or image and it will be contemporary to the period studied. The paper has a printed framework that is designed to help you engage with what you need to include in your answer. There is limited space available, and that's intended to help you understand the appropriate length of an answer. Your answer is worth 4 marks in total, and you should spend around 5 minutes on this question, or 6 minutes if you have extra time. This question here states, give 2 things you can infer from source A about the impact of Bolshevik policies on women. This is from the Russia and Soviet Union topic. And then there is a source provided. Here, source A is a printed extract. But what is an inference? By looking at what is written or shown in a source, historians reach conclusions about what they think was happening at the time. These conclusions are called inferences. So what is it? You need to pull out information that's not explicitly stated in the source. We're assessing your ability to read between the lines here to make inferences, perhaps about emotions or attitudes, or consider what does the writer feel about it. Then support this with specific detail from the source. What have you used to make this inference? A common pitfall is identifying information that you have learned rather than making inferences from the source alone. Likewise, writing out quotations from the source or just paraphrasing sections does not show an inference. You need to move beyond simply describing the source material. You need to draw your inferences from the source content and not the provenance. Back to this question then. So what does the writer feel about it? What do they feel about the impact of Bolshevik policies? And we need to come up with 2 different inferences. We could say the writer is being positive, calling their impact a transformation and using phrases such as grown like plants, and that women are now involved in important discussions about Russia and its issues. Let's take a look at a high-performing answer. Notice here how there is a clear focus on the topic of the question, impact of Bolshevik policies, as highlighted in yellow, and also the impact of the policies on women specifically, which is highlighted in purple. Both of these valid inferences are then supported with information from the source. This candidate was awarded the full 4 marks available. Also think about the length of your inferences. They don't need to be explained in any great detail, and a single sentence is often enough. Let's take a look at another example answer. However, here only one inference is valid, and this candidate was awarded 2 marks. Can you see why? The first inference is valid as it focuses on the impact of Bolshevik policies, specifically on women. That is then supported with specific detail from the source. However, the second inference is not valid as it doesn't refer to the impact of Bolshevik policies. You must ensure the inferences you make are on the focus of the question. So the examiner is looking for 2 valid inferences focused on the topic given in the question, then details selected from the source that support each inference. Top tips. You must pay attention to the focus of the inquiry of the question. Use the content of the source, not your own knowledge. Careful that the 2 inferences you are making are not too similar. And make sure that you use different information from the source to support each inference. And lastly, use the number of lines as a guideline for how much to write. That brings us to the end of this walkthrough video. Remember, we have videos for every question for each paper available. More information for students can be found on our website under Student Support. Good luck in your upcoming exams.